Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I'd jump into a spontaneous conversation today to discuss about. First, I wanted to say that we all here on the mission. We signed a soul contract. We came here to serve the planet, serve humanity, serve the Creator as light workers. We come from another dimension. We do not belong so much to the earth. That's why it's so hard to integrate here sometimes. But it's very important to know what is your mission, what is your highest fulfillment, what is your highest joy, what is your highest service, and be ready to be relocated. Spirit is going to relocate a lot of light workers. Do not worry about the logistics or the finances or those things. God will provide for that, and the opportunities will be provided for the relocation of many, many people for their next level of service. For myself, I know this is coming. Spirit is waking me every day with the new energies that are amazing, and it will be amazing. It is amazing already. And so so it is important also to understand that there's a lot of people that sign life contract to serve the light, to serve the planet, to serve humanity, but they're very rich and powerful, and they do not want to bother. So it's like they're not ready to fulfill their function and mission, and those people will be removed from the planet. They're not going to be able to stay because the divine will have to replace them with other people that can, because God is moving His pieces for the great shift, and so it's like. God only knows this plan is so grandiose, so beyond. There's 8 billion souls that are involved in this process, so it is very complex. And just focus on your mission, on where you are. You are within your alignment, your joy, your creativity, your inspiration, your well-being, and continue to connect with your spirit guidance. And so those people will be removed. Do not be surprised, and they will be replaced by other people, by other light workers that will be ready. So be ready. Some people will not have to be moved from physical location because the work is internal. Once you, as Lao Tzu said, the master, he says you can visit the universe without having to leave your house. It's all about the spiritual connection, connecting to our connected self, our spiritual self, and from there we can explore, we can expand, we can do so many things just by being within this energy of this free energy of the higher dimensions. But in order to make the mission work, a lot of people are going to be relocated. I thought I come, and do not be surprised if you receive the inspiration. Do not be afraid. Do not be just continue to cultivate this sense of connection and ask. There is not that much visibility sometimes, so you have to have faith that this is really what is right for you, and to understand what is your mission. If you haven't been, if your mission hasn't been clear for you, it's not in so many words, but your sense of purpose, your sense of what gives your life meaning, and this will increase as time goes on and will become more clear. It is our life contract. So I hope you get ready and you enjoy. You will be greatly enjoying this new step. For it's been a really the hard part is over. I do feel that. So just continue to cultivate that sense of well-being. For I'm going to present some of the paintings I'm working with. They're all in the process. But I wanted to say that I have in this lifetime I have this one great passion in my life. It's always been that since I was a child or a teenager. The great passion is art. Paintings. I've always loved painting. It's always like mesmerized me. It's always not just my painting, but the world of painting is mostly modern art, 1870 to 1970. This is really, although I enjoy every kind of art. But when I was a child or a teenager, I never thought I could become an artist. I didn't have the drawing skills, but then I went through art school, and eventually it's spirituality, it's my spirituality that led me to create those I think pretty major paintings. Although the public doesn't know about it, it will become. It will come to the forefront. I do believe that this will soon comes, and for there is right now there is all the death culture that is being promoted in many galleries, but there is a new renaissance that is, and I'm an actor of that renaissance. There has to be a spirit. There has to be for a lot of art that you see in galleries and museums right now. You look at it and it's done. You've seen it. You don't need to see it again. It's done. There is no beyond the first contact. There is no. It's not something you want to take home to look at it every day. For the art we're going to be wanting to represent in our galleries will be more like art that is collectible, that you want art that is symbolic or spiritual or also address different kinds of forms of art. So art is unlimited, and so just want a good test and high style artist. And so I was led to become an artist. It was a bit of a surprise to me to become to turn into, because my first profession was a gallery dealer. Even that I wasn't believed that I could ever do that when I was young, because my family wasn't in the art business and I wasn't born into great wealth. Well, that's easier when you because painting is very expensive. But the circumstances made it that I left art school and I opened a major gallery in Los Angeles in 1983, 1984, 1985. Then I became an art broker, and I learned and I learned. What's good about art is that no matter how much you know, there is always more to know, to learn. And it is a passion. I enjoy to be around people that love art as well. And so there is those great artistic projects that are coming about. Today I want to share a couple of paintings, a few paintings. This one is the only one that is finished. You will need a white frame, but it's a small painting. It's landscape. Landscapes are quite new to me, so I'm like exploring and enjoying and having fun discovering. I want to make something that's absolutely unique. Although all the impressionists is like on the mountains. Those are mountains. It's like the standard, the highest standard is the Montagne Sainte-Victoire of Paul Cézanne. He's made 52 of them. 32 in museum collection and only 20 in private hands. But so I'm not trying to compete with Cézanne, but I just want my paintings to be as powerful and as visual imagery. But it's all about self gratification. Also, I want them to provide for me the energy. I'm not painting for somebody else or for a market or for anything else. But I do want them to last very long, as Hegel, the philosopher Hegel, thought that when you do a painting about nature, it has to inspire you to want to get into nature, and art has to carry value forward in time as well. It's one who studied, very much studied the value of aesthetics and so on, and mostly landscapes at this time, or portraits. Since photography, art has removed itself from purely figurative sensation. Although abstract art for me is very much like decoration. It doesn't really, although it's maybe, I don't know. I'm more into symbolic, even when it looks abstract. This one is not finished. The flowers are pretty nice already, and the mountain and the sky, but the trees needs a bit of work. And this one is the same. The sky is pretty nice, and the flowers I like. I mean, but then I'm gonna have to work on that here. This one is there is a rivers in all of them now. I'm going to have to work on the flowers. Otherwise, the sky and this is fine. I kind of like it. It's just this part that I'm going to work in. Like there was an artist named Jasper Jones. He's an American artist. I'm not really a big fan of most contemporary art, but there is some artists that I like. Although American artists are a bit overpriced to my taste. Like Andy Warhol is just a photographer paint, and people spend 50, 60 million dollars on those things. It's like he had his 15 minutes of fame. Now let's move on. Although he's a major artist because he invented the mass production of art. But I still would prefer an investment lithography of Warhol. The price is the same result, but rather than the canvases. I think a lot of American artists. But the thing is that American collectors will spend much more money on American artists just to make sure that their value higher than anybody else. When actually the true value of those is, to me, is a bit of a price in relationship to many other artists. But there's great American art. Many artists that I love in American art. We'll see what comes about. This one is pretty much is moving. It's not too far. It's not too far. It's gonna still work in the trees. This one also needs work. A bit of work, but the mountains and maybe I change the color of the sky. The trees are definitely gonna be different. This one is the one that's most symbolic. I'm gonna have to do some serious work on it. Although it's already has its own character. And the two big ones is I really had to change everything. It's like because I had a river in both of them, so there is a river that crosses it. It's like so now. Those ones is like the sky and the mountains are perfect. I'm gonna work on the other banks, and then I'm gonna work on these banks, and then I'm gonna work on the forefront. But the mountains are really. The mountains and the sky, I'm really satisfied with it. For it has to, I have to be satisfied myself, and sometimes it's because I want them to last. Same thing with this one. I created this river, so I'm going to work on the other banks, and then I'm going to work on these banks, and then I'm going to work on the forefront with the trees. But the mountains are really quite nice. I like them. So I just wanted to come and say hello. I'm gonna finish with this song that went through my mind the whole day yesterday, so I'm gonna sing it. It's a song of David Bowie. It's called "The Man Who Sold the World." And I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. I was, although I'm getting ready for a move that will take all the next step. I'll still make videos. I'll still be able to stay in touch, but I'm going to be very implicated, and we'll be able to receive, to create art spaces and artist salon where we'll be able to communicate on a physical plane, which will be a lot more. We'll still be able to communicate through the screens, but it'll still be nicer. It's going to be very exciting. So anyway, I'm going to sing this song. It's called "The Man Who Sold the World." We passed upon the stairs. We spoke of what and when, although I wasn't there. He said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for foreman land. For years and years I roamed. I gaze a gazeless stare. We walked a million hills. I must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. I'm gonna soon be able to use piano and guitar. I'm not really experienced in guitar. Piano, I've done a little bit when I was young, so we'll see. But those things can come pretty fast. So it's going to be very exciting. We'll see. There is so much that's going to be unfolding. Pray God that there'll be a peaceful time for everything, so that there is still a lot of space. But there's going to be a lot of work for me, but still space for me, time to paint and to create and do all those things. So I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day. Stay in touch with what is important for you to be ready to move on to your next level. It is very essential. We're getting ready for that. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.